a woman who's cute. I love her sudden, she said, how much she found herself cute. But I'm just letting you know that I'm still around. I'll be a bridge over troubled water, so you won't get drowned. Substitute is gonna put you down.
Welcome back, folkers.
I heard you smoking cigarettes by the crack.
Oh, I had to do something. I had to stop at a job site, pick something up, and hit the road again. So I didn't want y'all to be staring at my back seat while I was, loading up the car. So I'm back. This is so beautiful. Yeah. So back to old Queen Jada Pinket, right? Isn't that wild? You know what's funny too? Yeah, I made it. Thank you, D. Maybe it was a presentation I did on Sunday. After that presentation, I noticed about 5 or 6 people became subscribers. But you know what? Next time, I'm going to be a little bit more clever with the titles because, I just can't. It's the algorithms, the algorithms, and then they have moderators. YouTube has their own moderators that watch videos and see what's what, But, and like I told you guys, got me some sparkling water. Like I told y'all, YouTube is a private corporation, which means that they don't have to uphold the First Amendment within their own platform. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a private corporation, right? It's not a government entity. I mean, they might be doing shit for the government, but it's not officially a government entity. Oh, what's up, Duke Midwest? Yeah, Simp in the house. That's what I'm talking about. And I was going to get to the whole Simp situation because Jada Pinket is coming after the Simps by declaring that a gay man has saved Black History Month. To me, I take that as an affront to Simps everywhere. Here's to you, Jada. You know what I'm saying? And what was I saying? I was saying, yeah, YouTube's a private corporation. So when we get at them for censorship and we tell them that it's wrong, and there's nothing we can do about it as a people to stop them from censoring us, because as I said, it's a private corporation. They can serve who they want to serve. They can get rid of who they want to get rid of. They can set their own guidelines and rules as long as it's within, government, as long as they follow the law. And I don't think there's a law that says that they can't censor their own platform. So I say this to say that we need to come up with our own platform. All right. There's a lot of technologically savvy people out there. I know there's a few of my followers that are good at doing that. I know Wax Dog and Cash and them. Y'all, Manic, y'all are good at doing Conceal Ringleader. Y'all are good at doing computer shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it takes to start a streaming service, but maybe that's something we need to look into so that we can be censored. We come up with our own guidelines. You know what I'm saying? And if we want people to be able to say what they want to say. Now, what Trump is doing with the universities, with the whole you can't go against free speech and all that. That's because they are not a private corporation. They are publicly owned universities. And he's not saying he'll shut them down. He's saying that they won't receive federal funding if they go against free speech. See, even he can't make the universities outright protect our First Amendment rights. He has to threaten them with lack of funding. All right, so it's not like people can get arrested. I mean, you can try. I mean, listen, this just tells us that we need to do our own shit. We need to stop relying on other platforms created and owned by and operated by the Def Jam controllers. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Lear Cohen is running YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And it's owned by Google. Well, he's not running YouTube. He's running the music side of YouTube. Now, they're all connected. So what I'm saying is, why not just start our own platform, our own streaming service? You know what I'm saying? Or we can get on Patreon. Maybe I'll start a Patreon account. Y'all give me 50 cents a month. You know what I'm saying? To hear some real shit. I mean, I'm not trying to charge nobody to hear the truth. But, you know, if the movement increases, if we get more people on our side, and as we grow this thing, we will need some type of financial backing and capital. And that's just the reality of it. But as of right now, we have to be careful about what we title our YouTube lives and videos. You know what I'm saying? And keep speaking that truth. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep flagging us. I haven't been flagged yet. You know, so I'm not monetized. But people are going to continue to be flagged, continue to be suspended and all that other stuff. All we can do is create another freaking channel. You know what I'm saying? And come back again until we can start our own. Now, back to Jada Pinket. I want you to look at the men in her family, okay? Look at that. Look at Will Smith, okay? Now, we all know Will Smith as this. He's tall, and you know, the ladies love him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all this other stuff. And he has his masculine ways. But at the same time, he continues to take roles where he's in a submissive state. He's submissive. He takes submissive roles. Okay? Look at all his roles that he's taken. All right. He did 6 Degrees of Separation, right? Where he was a gay black son of a rich elite dude, a rich white elite dude. Okay. And he behaved, I haven't seen the movie, but I saw some of it. And I'm like, okay, I had no idea that he was gay in that movie, 6 Degrees of Separation. But that's what I hear. So he takes all these submissive roles. Men in Black, he was submissive to the white Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones was the gruff, the taciturn, the silent, you know what I'm saying, strong, silent type. And Will Smith is this big goofball running around, you know what I'm saying, acting like an idiot, acting like a buffoon, being submissive to his white handler, okay? Now let's look at Wild Wild West. It's the same shit. He was a freed slave, all right? So he was submissive. And then he became a bounty hunter who was rough and gruff, right? But then he came across an inventor who, you know, was a white dude, and he had to submit to the will of this white man who invented a huge spider or some shit like that. Whatever the hell was going on in that dumbass movie. Now look what he gave up to play in the role of Wild Wild West. He gave up the role of Neo, okay? He gave up that role because he didn't understand the vision of the Wachowski brothers, even though it wasn't their vision. It was a vision they stole from a black woman. But it was about a Neo was a powerful man, okay? Who, yes, he had to submit enough to train under Lawrence Fishburne's character, okay? But then what happened during their little their little sparring session in the Matrix, when Morpheus said, "Come at me." In one lesson, Neo got the better of Morpheus. No one had ever done that. Neo ended up being the one. Will Smith gave up the role as the one, as the most dominant, the most masculine man in the Matrix and outside the Matrix. He had powers in and out of the Matrix. Okay? He was able to stop the machines outside of the Matrix. And he was able to defeat Agent Smith, all 100,000 of them, even though he sacrificed himself for the greater good of his people. Okay? Will Smith gave up a role where he would have been the hero and the savior of an entire nation of woke people. And when you look at Zion in the Matrix, what did it consist of demographically? 90% of the people in Zion were black. Okay? 90% of the people of Zion in the Matrix, outside the Matrix, in the movie The Matrix, but not in the Matrix, within the movie. He was a savior of a bunch of black people in Zion. And these white dudes that stole the vision from a black woman gave him the opportunity to be the black savior of an entire nation of black people, with a sprinkling of some white folks. The general, the leader of Zion was a black man, though he was an idiot. Okay, he was a light-skinned idiot. Of course, they had to make the light-skinned dudes look like idiots, whatever. Who took Morpheus' woman away from him. You know what I'm saying? Jada Pinket. And isn't it ironic that Jada Pinket ended up in the movies? Right? Now, I wonder what she had to do with that. Did she say, Will, no, you must continue to submit and play submissive roles as opposed to being a hero of a nation in the Matrix? Okay? Nah, you need to go on ahead and act like an idiot chasing a huge robot spider in the Wild Wild West. Nah, go be in Independence Day, where you had to follow the orders and submit to Jeff Goldblum, who was a small hat, and the president who actually saved the world by driving his airplane into the guts of the mothership. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I'm on one today. I got some Pellegrino in me, and it's bubbling me up. I'm all over the place. I'm just connecting some dots here. Now, Badger Vance, right? He was in Badger Vance, where he was a caddy to a white golfer. Okay. Now, mind you, he was the genius who helped Badger Vance become a great golfer, but he was in a submissive role yet again. Now, I would argue that he didn't play in the submissive role in Men and Boys to Men, or what they call that? Men and Boys, Bad Boys, Bad Boys. He was in Bad Boys. He wasn't in a submissive role, but then again, there was no white co-character or co-actor or co-star for him to submit to. It was Martin Lawrence. So Ali, let's see. Let me see if I can find it. You know, was he submissive? Did he play a submissive role in Ali? He probably didn't. I'll give him Ali. You know, that was one role where he played a dominant male, strong male role. But then it was based on a real individual, Muhammad Ali. Okay, so yeah, maybe he didn't. Yeah, I'll give him that. But you get my drift. He didn't play a submissive role in every movie, but for the most part, he played in a submissive role. Now you got Jaden Smith running around talking about he's a gay boyfriend to Tyler the Creator. You got Jada Pinket's daughter running around with her shirt off in a bed with a grown ass white man as an underage girl, and their parents are like, oh, you know, we don't suppress our children, and oh, we don't try to control our children. Like, what the hell are you talking about, woman? So what I'm getting at is that Jada Pinkett is more powerful than y'all think. Okay? Jada Pinkett is a growing Jaff. What you talking about, man? Jaff? Jada Pinkett, in her Red Table Talks or whatever the hell, it is a growing platform where many black women are starting to gravitate toward. They did this whole thing with Jordan Woo, whatever her name is, that slept with a white woman's man. Yeah, I think Jaden wanted emancipation, but he didn't need it because his parents let him do what the hell he wanted to do anyway. Will and Jaden, or Jada, are not very. They're very liberal parents. They let their kids do anything they want, no matter what. So I don't know why he would seek emancipation if he can do what he wants. It's not like they're keeping his money from him because they got their own money. That's typically why young actors become emancipated from their parents, because they don't want their parents controlling their money anymore. But I don't think that's the case. I mean, I might be wrong. I haven't heard that story. But y'all see what I'm getting at. So yet again, we have the weapon of Jada Pinkett being aimed at our children. Okay? And then you got Will Smith right now, who is, you know, I see cracks of femininity in him when he does certain things. Just watch him these days. And I want y'all to look at Jada Pinkett's face. Jada Pinkett used to be mad beautiful, okay? She was beautiful. But now if you look at her face, it's kind of skeletal, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't look, you know, people talk about she looks young for her age, but I think she looks her age or even older, because if you look at her face, it's gaunt. It is something strange about Jada Pinkett's face that I can't quite put a finger on. Her mother looks about the same age as Jada Pinkett, okay? So there's something going on with Jada Pinkett that I can't quite put my finger on, but she's dangerous to the black male, okay? She's dangerous to black masculinity. That's my take. That's my opinion. And it's based on things that I've seen. And I want, you know, I didn't want to, you know, it's just crazy. Wait, Will Smith was cutting herself? Look what the... Listen, y'all. Listen. It wasn't Jada Pinkett who got mad at the Oscars last year for not having enough black representation. Now you love the Oscars because they got this gay black dude floating around in a dress. Hot mess. And people were ready. Jada Pinkett got on last year and said boycott the Oscars. When she did that, that was like one of the lowest ratings they had. Okay, that was one of the lowest rated Oscars they ever had. That woman has power, man. Jada Pinkett has an illness. I don't know. You know, a lot of these actors and actresses, a lot of these entertainers have illnesses. A lot of them have herpes. A lot of them have HIV. A lot of them have many diseases, and it's part of their contract. You know what I'm saying? It's part of their contract. You know, you buck the system, then they'll let that disease run rampant in your body. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I haven't heard about any disease from Jada Pinket. Speaking of diseases, it's a great segue. Were you guys aware that they introduced in Washington, D.C., they introduced 5 new vaccines? I don't know what they are exactly, but I know one of them, I think it has to do with Japanese encephalitis, I think. It's like it's basically like polio. Polio, like it's a neurotic or a brain disease that affects motor function and all that other stuff. I think it has something to do with that. Now, the Japanese encephalitis has to do. It's like a mosquito-borne disease. Okay, it's a mosquito-borne disease, which means that mosquitoes can carry it. And, you know, when they bite you, you can get this disease. And I got to tell y'all, it's been raining a lot out here. And I've been seeing mosquitoes all around my house. Like I said, I got fruit trees. I got 2 avocado trees. I got several. I got lemon trees and orange trees. And, you know, they drink the nectar from these trees. People think that mosquitoes drink the blood for food, but they don't. They get the blood to breed, okay? So during mating season, they'll get the bite in your ass. That's what mosquitoes do. Now, I've been seeing mosquitoes all over my house. I've been killing them. They be in my bathroom. They be all upstairs. You know, they're outside. Though I don't have any standing water anywhere. I get rid of the standing water. Okay, which leads me to believe that they're like dumping these mosquitoes. But anyway, they're not biting right now. They're not biting because it's not mating season. They're just flying around eating on the fruit. Okay, these mosquitoes are not biting right now, but biting season is coming up in the spring, and I got to figure out something to keep them at bay. But regardless, there are 5 new vaccines. I don't know exactly what they are. This is something that I heard. But I did hear that one of these vaccines that they snuck in to this thing, has to do with combating a disease that was caused by the MMR vaccine. You heard me. One of the new vaccines, from what I hear, has to do with stopping, or has to do with it's a vaccine against the MMR vaccine virus. Okay, the strain that's in the MMR that they administer to people is in one of these new vaccines. Can y'all make sense of that? Why are we vaccinating people for a vaccine? I need to look into this a little deeper, and once I gather the information, I will be presenting this on this weekend. I'm not going to say Saturday no more. I'm going to say tentatively Saturday. I prefer to do it Saturdays because I would like to start early, a little bit early, and go a little late, you know, depending on how much information I get. But it will more than likely be Sunday morning, early Sunday morning before my workout, because I know you guys, most of my followers are in the East Coast, because for some reason, I think it's the dry air that scrambles the brains of the people on the West Coast. I don't know what it is about West Coast people. It's retarded. But yeah, most of my followers are on the East Coast, and you know, I want to accommodate y'all. So I'll try to get it as early as 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. my time on Saturday, maybe even 5, and as early as maybe 6 a.m. my time on Sunday morning, either one. But I am going to get some information on these new vaccines. I'm going to gather some information on the vaccine inserts and the 13th section of the vaccine insert that clearly says that this vaccine has not been tested for potential of from mutagenic potential, carcinogenic potential, and impairment of fertility. All right. So we're gonna get a hold of the insert. We're gonna get a hold of these new vaccines they got coming out. Well, you know, they put gene drives in these mosquitoes, right? Under the auspices of sterilizing the mosquitoes, and like they introduce them into the mosquito population to like it's like a genophage. So they're destroying the fertility of the mosquitoes, supposedly. Yeah. I don't know where the hell I'm going, man. So anyway, yeah. So I want to get a hold of all that. I want to find out exactly what these vaccines are, and I want to, you know what? I want to find out. I think it's like 80 vaccines now. It was 75 or something like that. Now they got 80 vaccines running around that they want to inject in your children. But I'm gonna find out for sure. You know? So that's what I'm gonna be on for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all check out what Jada Pinket said and tell me what y'all think. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like that was the most ridiculous statement that I've ever heard in my life. Like, it was just so disrespectful to the number of black people that actually deserve to be said that they have contributed so much to Black History Month and make Black History Month what it is. Like, the reason we're doing Black History Month is to celebrate all the contributions that we have made in this American society. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't believe that a gay black man on a red carpet wearing a skirt qualifies. What do y'all think? I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna get off this live real quick, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna holler at y'all probably tomorrow, if news permits. If I see something worthy of breaking down and interpolating, you know what I'm saying, I'll get back at y'all at that time. But yeah, anyway, much love to y'all and peace out. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button and get this information out there. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the word out. All right. And let's look into starting our own platform. Let's look into starting our own streaming service. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that cracking. You know, just as a people, you know, we can't let them dictate what information is put out there in the world, because that's exactly what they're doing. If we don't have a platform to do that, you know, then they got it. All right. Peace out.